got it. He may score. 20, foot race, 10. He's going to score, baby. Jordan Kent, touchdown, Oregon.
Oregon football with Mike Bellotti.
Lee looking towards the end zone. Kent has it. Touchdown! Jordan Kent has the touchdown with 3:07 to go.
And with that and a two-pointer, the Oregon Ducks took the lead in an unbelievable Civil War, but the Beavers fought back and got the victory. A big kick that Alexis Cerna made, and Oregon not able to get the field goal past the line. Ducks dropped the Civil War in a thriller on Saturday, make it Friday with the week all changed up. Joe Johnsante along with Oregon head coach Mike Bellotti. Coach, sometimes those are the toughest ones to take when you have all the opportunities to win and just can't quite make some small plays to get it done.
That's true. There's no joy in Mudville, so to speak. It's difficult because we played very well. Second half, we fought back, battled back, found a way to get ahead in the game, had chances to win, had several opportunities, and really proud of the way some people played. I thought Brady Leaf stepped up big, Jonathan Stewart, Jordan Kent, a lot of our football team, our defense, and it's very difficult when you lose that type of game because, as I said before, our society values winning. And again, we didn't win on the scoreboard. I thought we just ran out of time. Our kids battled. They fought back from a 27 halftime deficit. We missed 3 field goals and an extra point, which obviously would have made all the difference in the world in the game. But you can't talk about that. I would like to talk about the kids that came back, the way they battled. I told the team in the locker room, I've never been more proud of a football team in my life, victory or defeat, than what that team yesterday, because of what we did to come back from 2 straight losses and really a humbling loss to Arizona where we played so poorly. And a lot of people worried about the psyche of the team. We as coaches worked on that all week, and I thought the players got it. I thought they really felt that they could go out and compete. They did compete. And again, when you come away without a victory, especially in the emotional turmoil of the game at the end where we took the lead and then saw it go away and then still had another chance to win the game at the end. And we've had games like that with the Oklahoma game where we won them. And you feel on top of the world. And obviously now that we're not quite there. So again, I think, though, it's a great harbinger of things to come for this football team, for a young football team that proved that they'll come back and can compete and will compete. And so obviously we turn our hopes now to the bowl game and get ready for that.
Brady Leaf, you mentioned Brady and how he played and a winning effort in the game. I heard a lot of people afterwards, talking about Brady or Dennis. Or Brady Leaf threw for 274 yards on a game that was shortened by the clock and the way the drives went in the game. He had a winning performance in that game. He played great.
Absolutely, and we got caught again with some early turnovers on a short field. It's unbelievable to me that we will do that to ourselves, and we talk about it a lot. An early fumble by Dante Rosario. Unfortunately, on the first possession of the game, we get a ball. It's a little slick. It gets popped out. They catch it on the fly, get a short field, score on our defense, and probably the worst defensive series we played because we made some mistakes within that series. And then the interception return for a touchdown. And again, we spotted them some points, and they work for the others. I give them credit. Alexis Cerna made some key field goals on the day, 50-yarders into the win. I mean, my praise goes out to him because he was the difference in that football game. But overall, I was very pleased with our players that they overcame that we did not succumb or hang our heads when we did turn the ball over. We battled back in the second half, and again, that's what we can take with us.
Of course, the ending, everybody's talking about the ending and the swings in emotion, and there were so many things that happened, Coach, from taking the lead with an unbelievable couple of plays and going for 2, so there's that decision to go for 2, and then they come right back down the field, get the long field goal, get it to go barely, and it goes in, and then you come back and then decide to go to Matt Evenson, and there's a lot of decision-making that happened in those final 3 minutes.
There's a ton. There was a lot of things that people didn't even know about. We talked a lot about earlier on in the drive whether we go for it on 4th down. I was going to go for it on our own 30 or whatever, because knowing that would probably be the last drive of the game or last chance we might have to have the football. The decision to go for 2, which we had made already, we had discussed it probably at the start of the 4th quarter or midway through the 4th quarter, and looking at the score and knowing, well, once we missed our extra point, that we were going to, we could tie it and go to overtime. We weren't kicking the ball well. I was afraid if it came down to that that in overtime. I didn't want to match Alexis Serna, and I felt that I asked Gary Croton if he had a play that he liked. He said yes. I said, all right, we're going to go for 2. We're going to win it on the road. As a visiting team, that's one of the schools of thought, that you go for the win when you can, and we did it, and we got it. And again, I think it was tremendous to watch our players, the joy, the excitement, the exhilaration, although we all knew there was more to come.
Yeah, and with the final drive, when it looked like maybe it had been lost, and then Jonathan Stewart with the unbelievable return, sounds like that maybe when you decided you were going to go for 2, that you also maybe decided, I don't know this, but did you decide at that point that if you did get a final kick that it would be Matt Evenson?
I had already decided. Well, I told, after our missed extra point, I talked to our kickers at halftime, and I told Paul, I said, how do you feel? Can you make a field goal? He said, yes, I can. I said, I'm going to give you one more chance. If not, then, Matt, you're going to kick. And after the missed extra point, I told Matt that he would handle all the placement kicks from then on during the game. I told Paul that also. And that was probably, I think, middle of the third quarter, end of the third quarter. So they knew. They all knew. I did question myself, even though at the time, and trying to figure out what to do at that point, and disappointed. It was not a good kick, unfortunately. I put Matt in a tough situation, and I would like to have seen maybe how Paul might have responded in that situation, but it was the same hash where he'd already missed 2 on the day and had a low kick, and so I didn't feel that it was in the best interest of the team to do that to Paul either. So I would like to have scored and not had to worry about the field goal.
Well, one thing we do know is that both teams showed tremendous heart and character in the game, and one of the most exciting Civil Wars, and there are obviously no moral victories in any game with this program and where you've gotten to, and I probably want to clear that up.
I do. In fact, I may make that point. There really are no moral victories. We've raised the bar so high that it's funny because you read the papers, you talk to fans, and I don't think the game was tremendously exciting. From a fan perspective, it's what you want, not from a coach's perspective. When you lose the football game, you don't think about those things, no matter what the ebb and flow of emotion is. And we've set the bar so high in this program that moral victories don't count anymore. The attaboys don't make it. So we have to win those football games. We have to find a way to do it, and that's my job as the coach. And I felt, again, I was proud of our players, though, from the standpoint of battling, of coming back down 20-7 at halftime, and we miss a field goal right at the end of the half. We give them points. Those are tough things to come back from, but we dominated the second half. We made it more than a football game. It became a cause, so to speak, and I think that'll pay us dividends down the road, even right now in this season for the bowl game, but even more next year.
Yeah, and really nice to get a chance to have another game to get out there and get that out of your mind and get on to a bowl game and then on to next year. Let's go to the highlights of this one. A lot to show you, of course. A great fourth quarter. A lot of people said, hey, great game. Well, I was like, great game if you win, like you were just saying, Coach. I mean, it's agonizing if you don't in a game like this, especially when you win every number on the board except the scoreboard and have just, it be decided based on who has the best kicker on that given day. And that's how this one was decided. And here's that fumble you talked about, Coach. And just giving the ball. This was just like the Cal game. Started just like the Cal game.
Yeah, exactly. It's a completed pass. Brady hits Dante. He's just trying to secure the ball. It's popped out. Goes right in the air to them. And again, this is a big play right here. We have a blitz on. We just can't quite control it. They get the ball down. Nice completion. Matt Moore, their quarterback, played very, very well. Did a nice job.
And just like the Cal game, they sneak a tight end that has hardly been heard of all season out of the backfield or off the line of scrimmage. Vandiver into the end zone, 7-0. Oregon State with the touchdown. Oregon, though, responds by going down the field.
To the right on third down and 11.5, almost 12. Leaf at his own 33, back to throw the ball. Throws it downfield, going deep again for Paysinger. This time he makes the grab. He knows where the ball is and goes down out of bounds at the 33-yard line.
We talked about the fact that we needed a response on the sideline. Very pleased. Brady showed a nice touch on the day on the deep ball. Hits Brian Paysinger here, even though he's double covered. Puts the ball right up through the outside shoulder. Great job of going up and securing the ball, landing inbounds by Brian.
Threw the ball deep on 3 of the first 4 plays, and that was something that people have talked about, not trying to get the ball down the field, and that's one thing Brady does really well.
He does. He's got touch, and again, he anticipates a little bit. And again, even despite the bad circumstances surroundings, again, unfortunately, ball dropped by Cameron Coleman there. Nice job by Brady to buy time in the pocket. But again, the weather was an issue all day long, wind and rain, and, a typical Corvallis day.
Taking some shots, though, in this one. Nice play by the Beavers. Piscatelli on the back there, and so they get the ball back. And Matt Moore, drops it off to Evanson Bernard. He's going to pick up 15 tough yards here. Moore was 8 of 11 early in the game. Not as effective later in the game, but he didn't make any major mistakes. That was a huge key for them.
Right, he did. And unfortunately on that screen play, it was a big third down because we missed 3 tackles on that play that would have all stopped the first down and give us the ball back.
So after that play, Moore going back, looking for Reuben Jackson. And Reuben out here for 21 yards, goes out of bounds. They had a personal foul on the play. Sammy Straughter with a personal foul. So it goes back to the 39, 1st and 10 for Oregon State.
Two receivers out there, and Moore's going to go back, play fake, wants to throw the ball. Looks downfield, wants to go deep. Down the middle, and he's got his man caught. First down, and ball pops loose. It's free, and who's got it? I think Oregon does. They do. Ducks have it. Patrick Chung with a recovery.
Almost the same type of thing. Again, the ball was a little slick. It's misting or raining throughout the entire game. Ball is caught and completed as he puts it away. I'm not sure who actually knocks this out. It's a combination of Ducks coming in there. And again, Patrick Chung right there. Blair Phillips obviously makes it along with Walter Thurman, and Patrick Chung bounces on the loose ball.
So Oregon gets the ball back, and just like Oregon State, the Ducks are going to turn the turnover into 7 points with a nice drive, and Brady Leaf going to take it and pick up 11. I think one thing about Brady, so good on the ball fake. Everybody faked out on that play.
He does a great job. He again, I think it's because, as we've talked about before, he is actually a step slower than Dennis Dixon, so he reads it a lot longer. He's got long arms. He can really hold the ball a little bit longer. Nice job by Jeremiah getting to the outside, getting some positive yards.
4 yards for Jeremiah there, and then Leaf looking to Weatherspoon, and boy, Kyle getting a chance to play for the first time all year. What went into that chance for him to play today?
Well, that was honestly a combination of decision for Kyle's future and for the future of the program. In his best interest was to play and to go on and work on his graduation. He has a lot of issues going on, but I was pleased for him that he could contribute, and pleased for us that he was there.
He'll get a chance to play in the bowl game as well, right?
Absolutely.
So that's a first down, and back to Jeremiah Johnson, who's going to take the ball to the 16-yard line, and Jeremiah running all over the field. This is the longest short yard maybe in Oregon football history.
Yeah, it's a tremendous run, although, again, and again, unfortunately, we don't get where the ball goes out. It's back where it was fumbled in that regard. But Jeremiah, he can make some good plays that way, and sometimes he wears me out that way.
3rd and 16. Jonathan Stewart for 13 yards, and then after 2 more plays, that was 3rd and 6. First down now for the Ducks from inside the 5.
In motion back to the formation. Here's Leaf. Hand it off. Jonathan powers his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon.
Jonathan Stewart, again, you saw it on the previous play, and on that touchdown play, I think Brady was going to give it to him regardless, because he just has a way about it. I think there's a look in his eyes and a power. He gets down there, he's not going to be denied, and this was one of those days where he was ready to play.
7-7, end of the first quarter. Was it me, Coach, or did Jonathan look faster, with more purpose? I mean, maybe it was a yellow. Was that me? Did I notice that difference in Jonathan?
It might have been the lightning yellow. I think it was Jonathan. I think he did do some things today. And I don't know, last Civil War, he made some big-time plays. I think he responded to the challenge of this week from his teammates, from all the coaches, that type of thing. But he's one of those players, I think, that, in all honesty, remember the Oklahoma game? The big screen attracts him. He did a great job. And he made some plays yesterday, I think you said earlier, on sheer will. I mean, athletic ability, but a lot of willpower and just desire to make it happen.
Yeah, he was maybe the best player on the field that day. Again, and we've seen that happen with Jonathan, and many, many good things to come from Jonathan Stewart over the next few years. All right, when we return, might have been the best player, as we mentioned, and Jonathan Stewart keeping Oregon in it when they really needed somebody to give him some opportunities, and he definitely did that. We'll show you that, the second quarter, and more coming up when Oregon Football with Mike Bellotti continues after this.
This Oregon Sports Program is brought to you by Oregon Community Credit Union and Jerry's.
Welcome back, everyone. Let's get right to the second quarter. The Lightning Yellow out in force in Corvallis for this one. Beavers with it. Jackson for 14 yards, and he filled in well for Anthony Wheat-Brown. Showed some stuff and, showed a lot of speed.
He did a very nice job. That was a fly sweep, and we were just a little bit slow getting across.
This one, defense responds. They go to the reverse, and A.J. Tuatelli messes it up. Walter Thurman comes up. Nice play there.
Great job. Great job of penetrating, stopping the play before it gets started.
Here comes J.D. Nelson, and he gets the sack, so pressure is there. And bringing some safeties and some corners. And when you brought pressure, had some success with it against the Beavers.
Yeah, and we needed to get 5- and 6-man pressure again. This is a great job. This is the same thing we got Fresno State with our free safety coming off the top on the edge. He does a nice job of getting to the quarterback.
Thought might be, out of field goal range, or at least tough on a day like this. Alexis Cernas kicked a 56-yarder earlier this year. 49-yarder, though, in the pouring down rain. And You know, that was a straight through kick. I mean, that was a heck of a kick right there. He sent it through and makes it 10-7 Beavers.
He did a nice job, and he obviously was going to be a thorn on our side the entire day.
So Oregon trying to overcome the kicks and then also this play pretty much the entire day, because when this play happened, you know, this was, he kind of chased it all day long. You know, Doggett comes out, Brady maybe doesn't see him, touchdown Beavers.
Yeah, we were way too focused on the receiver and didn't know where the defense was, and I think Brady stared him down and unfortunately gave him the quick touchdown, quick score, and that was something we had to work hard to overcome the rest of the game.
10 points in a minute, and it was 17-7, but Oregon puts together a good drive. This reminded me a little bit of the drive before the half at USC, Coach, because it was a long drive, and you're able to move the ball, but it ended in a short missed field goal. You know, just from an emotional standpoint for a team, I know coaches come back and they, you know, you get ready at halftime, but from an emotional standpoint for the team, how tough is that to recover from?
Well, it's hard. You want to get points on the board. When you get a drive and there's a, you know, the thought process, the anxiety of that last drive of the half, you want to put some together, and we get down there and then get nothing out of it, and that's frustrating. It is, I think it takes something out, no question.
Leaf to Williams for 5, then Leaf goes back to Jason Williams for 6 and another first down. And, boy, Jason Williams had the back, but he showed up big, 6 catches.
Really pleased. Jason is still not totally healthy. He probably won't be for several months, but he was a stud. He came out. Cameron Colvin contributed. Dante Rosario. And again, we knew we could throw the football. That was the thing that became a little frustrating. We felt we could throw it, and again, unfortunately, just pushed this right. Don't give it much of a chance, and that's uncharacteristic. Paul Martinez this week in practice made every single field goal attempt he tried.
12-play drive, 7 minutes off the clock, no points out of it. Moore to Stoddard for 9 yards, and then Evanson Bernard comes back for 10 on the next play. And, you know, he's picking his way, but he didn't, you know, he didn't damage. I mean, it wasn't a big deal as far as running the football. Your team did a good job against the run.
Right. I think he picked up 70-some yards or whatever. And, you know, I thought we controlled the run very well, and people thought they could run us, but our kids responded to that challenge.
On this play, there was, after a lot of the plays, there was a lot of talk and pushing and shoving, and Oregon gets a personal foul. You'll see Darius Sanders right there as he pushes after he gets turned around by Kyle DeVan, and then he gets to 15 yards.
Yeah, and you know, the second person always gets the call, and I'm not saying Darius was right at all, but he got pushed from behind and responded to it, and then we get the call.
Moore to Stoddard for 4 yards on that play, and then looking for Johnson, and he's going to be incomplete on this play. So, again, the whole course of this, you can imagine how the course of this would all be different had Oregon made the field goal or had Oregon State missed the field goal. They come back, 50-yarder. This is the one that, unbelievable. That was 6 inches above the post and 6 inches inside the post, and that's the difference in the game.
Absolutely. And, again, a great job of kicking, and you know, we lost that aspect of the game.
It's a couple of yards deep. He's going to bring it out from the 5 to the 10. Guts it right, still on his feet. 20, gets it outside. 30, can he get the corner against Cerna? 40, 50 down the sideline. Turns the head up and goes power down out of bounds at the Oregon State 42-yard line.
Tremendous run here. Nice job of blocking, but a lot of this is just Jonathan. I was surprised they kicked it to him. We decided to move him so he could always return it. So you see a great wall there up front, a lot of yellow jerseys. And again, he bounces out untouched, makes the one guy miss right there. He's outside the contain now, down the sideline, just one-on-one with the kicker. Again, makes that guy miss and then lowers his head. Doesn't have the time to sort of make the move, but runs through that. And we're in business now to try to get a score right here late.
68 yards on the return here, under 30. Leaf looking for Kent here and finds him for 15 yards. And I know we'll talk about it because Jordan made some great plays, but boy, Jordan Kent played a nice game.
He did. He really matured, I thought, came of age. He made some really tough catches, some over-the-top catches, and some key plays late in the game to put us in contention to win.
They're here looking for downfield for Pasinger, and Brady just throws that one away. So got to bring it in. Martinez, a 34-yarder, and it just was on that post from the end zone shot from the very second he kicked it, hit the post. And, boy, hard to believe the Civil War could come down to something like this, but it did.
Yeah, it did. In fact, you know, that's a good point. I didn't think about it. Any of these, you know, it's hard. I could give him a dollar. He couldn't hit that post if I said hit that post. But, again, he made every single kick this week in practice, was feeling good, and yet just we lost a little bit there.
20-7 at the half. The Beavers lead it. When you went to halftime, once you finally got to the locker room, what did you say to the kids?
I said that the first thing is that we've done what we said we didn't want to do. We helped our other team. We helped them by not taking advantage of some opportunities field position-wise. We turned the ball over, gave them 2 scores on turnovers, and you can't do that. And I said that we have a hammer that I usually do something with at halftime, but I said the hammer is within you. It's in your hearts and your minds, and you guys got to do it. It's up to you, and I believe that we can, and we can change a lot of things right now this second half. We can win 21-20 is what I told them. All we need is 2 touchdowns. We're going to score. We'll keep them, silent this second half and get this thing done. And I thought there was good spirit. I felt good about the kids, and several of them said, Coach, we got your back. And I think when you hear that from young men, you tend to believe it.
Yeah, they showed a lot of emotion in the second half, no question about that. And coming up, we'll go over the bowl situation here at the half with all the games now in the books. We'll try to give you the best information we have on it so you can start to make your plans. Viva Las Vegas, it looks like. We'll have more on that coming up when Oregon Football with Mike Bellotti continues after this.
This Oregon Sports Program is brought to you by Northwest Chevy and Pacific Continental Bank. This Oregon Sports Program is brought to you by Comcast and Chambers Sports.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. So, where does it leave it? Had a lot of questions from fans about the bowl game. So here's the scenario. It will be finalized early in the week. It looks like it's going to be the Las Vegas Bowl with Arizona State's win. It will be against BYU December 21st at Sam Boyd Stadium. Now, the Vegas Bowl can choose between Oregon and Arizona State, but I have sources that have said that they will pick Oregon based on head-to-head and the fact that you Duck fans will fill hotel rooms in Las Vegas. So that's what it looks like. Now, for the slight chance that didn't happen, it would probably be the Emerald Bowl after that point. The only way Oregon could ever fall to the Hawaii Bowl would be if UCLA beat USC, but they're not going to want to wait. So it looks like it's going to be the Las Vegas Bowl against BYU on December 21st. So at this point, about where you might like to go and have a good time, what do you think about maybe a program that you'd like to play? Maybe the chance to play BYU, that's a great opponent to play. Also, Florida State, that's our internet poll today. Which team would you have liked Oregon to play the most? Florida State, Miami, BYU, or Hawaii? Go to chambersports.com and place your vote. Now, to keep it busy between now and then when Oregon takes the football field again, how about some basketball? I want to remind you, the Ducks are off to a great start. 5-0, have a chance for a big one coming up this Wednesday, and then in 2 weeks against Nebraska at the Pape Jam. But first things first, got to get off work early on Wednesday. Not often the Ducks get to play Georgetown in the nation's capital, and we'll have it for you right here on the Oregon Sports Network. Now make sure you let your boss know you're leaving work early so you can get home. 4:30 tip-off from the MCI Center in Washington, D.C. All right, coming up, back to the 110th Civil War. Jonathan Stewart trying to will the Ducks to the win on Friday against the Beavers. Stewart with play after play after play to give Oregon a chance. Oregon Football with Mike Bellotti continues after this.
This Oregon Sports Program is brought to you by Doyle's Harley-Davidson and Bimart. This Oregon Sports Program is brought to you by Oregon Community Credit Union and Jerry's.
Welcome back, everyone. Oregon Football with Mike Bellotti as we move on to the third quarter here. Beavers have the ball first. Defensively, we talked about it going into the halftime segment. A lot of emotion, and you got exactly what you needed out of your defense to start the second half.
Yeah, we talked about needing a spark and needing a stop, and we got that. Again, great job here. We're just in coverage, doing a nice job making sure the passes aren't completed.
Right here, 3rd and 2, Moore back, and then sack. Darius Sanders gets to him.
Yeah, Darius, again, our leading sack guy on the season, and just doing a nice job. Steady guy who just continues to play hard. You see the rain is starting to come down. I think it came down the remainder of the game just continually. And again, Darius just continuing to work. A lot of sacks are just, continuing to play hard the entire play.
He also got bodies back as the season went along. Cole Linehan played a little bit. It's just good to see Cole get a chance to play.
That's exactly right. Here again, get Jonathan on track a little bit. A little new wrinkle in the play. Dante in the backfield as a lead back.
Beavers show blitz. Do they come? Here, nope. They send one man in. Here's the throw down going, trying to go. There's a lot of pushing. Caught by Jordan Kent down at about the 33.
Nice job. This was an interesting play because Jordan does get pushed out of bounds, but the contact pushes him out of bounds. Nice throw by Brady down the field over the top, and again, perfectly thrown ball. Jordan goes up for it right there, comes down inbounds with the catch. He got pushed down earlier, but again, when you're pushed out by the defender, doesn't count.
It was reviewed, and they confirmed the call to Jonathan Stewart. He picks up 9 yards on the play, and then on 2nd and 1, Stewart again going to get the call right here.
Stewart beside Brady Leaf, 2 wideouts left, 2 right, and give the ball to Jonathan. Going to go right and turn it up. He's got a first down and more inside of the 10. He's going to get it. Touchdown, Jonathan Stewart. Right side, burst of speed, and Oregon's back in this football game.
Great job here by Jonathan. A great job of blocking because he's untouched. He goes all the way, and you see Anoka Lucas at the center position. Just the entire line over blocking right there. Great job by Jeff Schwartz, I think, our right tackle. Great job by Dante Rosario and the receivers on the outside. And again, Jonathan untouched in the end zone. Nice job. 94
yards on 17 carries on the day for Jonathan Stewart. And I wanted to just talk about Jonathan and his progression this year. And he had some great games, others where he didn't have some great games. Health-wise, looks like he's healthy and finished on a high note.
He is healthy, and I think, again, as I said before, he became a more complete player because he played through some pain, through some minor injuries. Did a great job.
Hard to believe he's going to be a junior already next year, and that'll be the year when he has a chance to really come onto the national scene. Here's the momentum. This is a big play right here. They called Oregon for the offsides. We're going to replay it. This would have been 3rd and 7 on this play with all the momentum, and they actually called the penalty on Oregon being offsides. Now, defensive linemen move like that all the time.
Right, and again, our kids, we thought they moved. And again, this is that again, unless you were in the person right across from him, that should have been called the other way. But again, a really poor call at the time, simply because, as you said, it changed from 1st down to 3rd and 2 or whatever it was, or automatic 1st down, and that's frustrating, obviously.
Yeah, it would have been 3rd and 7. Instead, it was 1st down. They complete the pass there, and then they go deep. So, boy, it's just, I guess some days you get breaks, some days you don't. I don't know that Oregon got any break all day in this game.
Well, they do a nice job of the 2-move route, and we were at a blitz there and couldn't get to them. They max protected. And again, make it difficult. We forced the quarterback to scramble here a little bit. He does a nice job of getting some positive yardage. We didn't get a lot of breaks. I mean, sometimes you got to make your breaks. I thought there were a couple pass interferences down the field on Dante Rosario, Jason Williams, and Jordan Kent that went uncalled. But again, we let Evanson Bernard get in the end zone there. He does a nice job of bouncing it outside. They get a body on a body, and he gets in the end zone.
27-14, those noisemakers, which, of course, are not supposed to be handed out at Pac-10 games, with the Beavers with them. 27-14. Stewart for a couple of yards there, and Stewart then for 4 more here on the play. And just, great emotion, great intensity. Both teams, their fans great, the Oregon fans great. You could feel it turning into a exciting finish.
Yeah, it was starting to build a little bit. You can tell, again, I think the fact that we were coming back, that was one of the plays I thought right there. It was very obvious pass interference. I watched it on film. Unfortunately, was not called.
Another look at it here, Coach, and see Brady delivering the ball to Rosario.
A little play fake, trying to hold the linebackers here again. You can see Dante down the field here. You see the guy in contact already over the top of him, grabbing him. Again, that's extremely frustrating. I can't even tell you.
So the Ducks get the ball back after having to punt. So this is after a possession where they forced the Beavers out, incomplete to Pasinger, and then Stewart for a loss of 3 on this play on the little swing pass. A critical 3rd and 13 coming up at their own 29-yard line.
Back to the Oregon 29. Leaf with a snap. 4-man rush. Steps up. Still looking. Wants to go downfield, and he's got it, and it'll be a 1st down to the 45-yard line.
Nice job again. Brady Leaf buying time. Brady Leaf buying time in the pocket, steps up, goes up across the field, spots Cameron Colvin, I believe, and Cameron makes a nice catch because he's going to get hit almost immediately, hangs on to the football, grab it there, and get down.
Colvin, 4 catches, 27 yards on the day, and moving the chains. Stewart then for 2, get the ball near midfield, and it's a quick 3rd quarter. It comes to a close, 27-14, the same margin as at the half. The time going away, 1 quarter to play, coming up in the 110th meeting of the Civil War. We'll have that and more when we get to the 4th quarter after this on Oregon Football with Mike Bellotti.
This Oregon Sports program is brought to you by Northwest Chevy and Pacific Continental Bank. This Oregon Sports Program is brought to you by Comcast and Chambers Sports.
All right, everyone, let's get to the fourth quarter. The rain coming down at Reser Stadium. I mean, it was pouring and it was cold. Ducks with the ball facing a 3rd and 5. What a big play here by Cameron Colvin, breaking a tackle. That's a big-time play.
Big-time play. They brought pressure. Brady finds him as the outlet on the right side. Cameron does a tremendous job of, one, catching the ball, avoiding the tackle. You see this from here. They're bringing pressure. Brady releases it. Ball thrown outside. Cameron's got to catch over his back shoulder, make the first guy miss, tightrope the sideline, stay in bounds, get the first down, and then get out of bounds. And all those things are important in that play.
This drive looking good, but this play really set it back. Jeremiah is able to get back on the ball, but it's a 5-yard loss, and that really hampered things because on 3rd down, Leafs running around and just looking for anything. He finds Ryan Matthijs, who makes a great catch, but still have to punt the football.
Right, and again, we just want to get rid of a safe field position right here, but tremendous catch, and I'm not even sure how they gave it to him, but they did. I mean, he looked like he does a long step from that ground to the catch.
Go back on defense without Blair Phillips, your most valuable player, announced at your banquet, because he was hurt, so your defense has to step up.
Yeah, and Blair did a great job for us this year. Tore a ligament in his knee. Should hopefully be back for the bowl game here. Here, this is a big-time play. Brent Haberly, I wish he would have tried to intercept the ball, but he knocked down the receiver who was, he thought, behind the line of scrimmage. He just was at the line of scrimmage. They called him an eligible receiver downfield, called this pass interference. Again, it's not usually called. It's one of those plays. But as I said, I would rather see Brent just go for the football in that case.
Haberly and J.D. Nelson, the most inspirational.
Yeah, and they did a tremendous job all year leading this football team. So enthusiastic about football. Such a great attitude about the game.
As it is, the defense held again, and Oregon gets the ball back. And the defense got you plenty of opportunities in this one.
No, did a great job. Everybody stepped up in that second half. When you erase a 13-point deficit, you're really playing well.
Weatherspoon had 9 yards, and then Jason Williams makes the catch for 7 more yards. So Oregon moving the ball, and then again taking another shot, trying to get one to Jason Williams down the field, and almost had it.
Yeah, he tried to slow up to just use his body to screen the defender. Jason was our Dwayne Cargill Impact Skill Award winner this year. Did a great job becoming the go-to guy at receiver for us.
Here's another look at it, and one of those ones that close, because this drive was not able to turn into, what you wanted to do as far as time-wise, able to get it down there, but just a close play there. And then to Dante here, 6 more to the 40-yard line. So that makes it a 3rd and 4 at the Oregon State 40.
3rd down and 4, the 40 of Oregon State. Leaf with a snap and back to throw. Pressure comes. He throws going downfield for Kent, and he's got it first down and out of bounds at the 10-yard line.
Nice job. 3rd and 4 situation. This takes tremendous faith by Brady to throw this ball 25 yards down the field. Finds Jordan over the top. Tremendous catch. Nice route. He was our most improved player this year. And again, I'm really proud of the transition he's made from basketball track to really a true football player.
102 yards on the day, as we mentioned. And then Oregon here going to Colvin. Colvin on the pitch, takes it to the outside. He picks up 7 yards on the play. Oregon trying to pound it in from here, from the OSU 4-yard line right here, trying to, maybe make something happen. Brady looking to the end zone, but he does a nice job scrambling.
Yeah, he gets up the field, regains the yardage, and again falls forward, really down to the 1.5-2-yard line.
Tight end number 85, double or triple tight end. Let's see. Under center, Leaf on 4th and a yard. Back and hand it off, and touchdown!
Great job, and again, we almost trip at the line of scrimmage. You can see again, Palani Masoom steps on our own guy, gets a piece of that guy, and Jonathan just hits it, untouched in the end zone. Tremendous blocking up front, great desire. I had a feeling he was going to make it one way or the other.
3rd touchdown of the day, 27-20. The extra point was blocked. We talked about that during the top of the show, Coach, that this is pretty much when you made your decision on everything else.
Yeah, unfortunately, a very low kick. They didn't get that much penetration, and our kickers struggled on that day. We needed to do something different.
They come back, Bernard, for 3 yards, and then Moore going to be incomplete on the play. And again, we talked about the defense and just stepping up at this point. And they get a big drive late in the game, but the offense had their chances. Haberly showing a lot of emotion as he has all year. So Oregon with it back and looking for Rosario here. And incomplete, almost intercepted. So a huge 3rd and 15 at their own 38.
On 3rd down and 15. Leaf with a snap. Here they come. Throws the ball downfield. It is caught, and it'll be the first down to Jason Williams at the 45-yard line. He'll go to the 43. First down, Oregon.
Big-time play right there. Tremendous throw, tremendous catch, only where he could get it. His range, that 6'5" range, came into play here. I was worried about having to go for it on fourth down right here. They took away my worries. Nice play by them. Big-time play by Jason Williams.
So hard to bring down. You can see how much Oregon missed him against Arizona. Just a difference maker, of course, every time he's been on the field this year. Couple of runs, gets Oregon another first down, and then a little throwback here to Jeremiah Johnson. He takes it down, and after all of this, after the entire day, Oregon looking for the lead.
Jeremiah beside him now, back to throw the ball. Throws it down toward the end zone. He's got Kent. Got it! Touchdown, Oregon! Jordan Kent saw the ball coming and makes the grab.
Nice job. Again, we needed a big play. We got it. Perfectly thrown pass over the top. Jordan creates a little separation. Great protection at the line of scrimmage. You can see again, Brady's able to step up in the pocket, launch the ball out there. Jordan gets it, gets the feet down inbounds, touchdown. And again, we're looking for the lead, but we made some decisions earlier about winning this football game in regulation.
Receiver out to the right or the left, double tight end. Paysinger in motion, back to the right. And on the option, Brady, two-point conversion. Brady Leaf, Oregon's taking the lead, 28-26.
Nice play call by Coach Croton and his offensive staff. Nice execution by Brady Leaf. Again, the option play down there, does a great job of reading it. Doesn't pitch it, just keeps it, saw a little opening and felt it. And again, Brady has an uncanny knack for that. And nice little celebration. I was celebrating with him at that time.
28-27, so they get the ball back after a touchback. Defensively here, decided to play coverage.
We played coverage. We went with our odd group, which puts more defensive backs in for better matchups. Unfortunately, they do a nice job of making some completions. Moore goes to Strother, his go-to guy, and it's two in a row here, and all of a sudden they're moving down the field.
Right here, the Beavers were quick to the line. That was a big part of it, too. They were quick. They knew exactly what they wanted to do. They got the ball down, and then they worked the clock, and you had to use your timeouts. A lot of fans mistakenly thought that Oregon had 3 timeouts left. Ducks had just 2 timeouts left.
Right. I'd already used one, and we used the 2 because we thought that they would be trying to set up the field goal. So on the assumption that they might make it, because I was hoping we would block it, we're going to save some time to have a comeback opportunity.
So here it is, a 40-yarder for Cerna. He didn't hit this one as well as he hit the other ones, but it still got inside the post. And that gives Oregon State the 30-28 lead. 3 for 3, 3 long field goals for Alexis Cerna. No timeouts, but Jonathan Stewart back deep to receive the kickoff.
Bobbles the ball, goes back and picks it up, tries to get it upfield, tries to go inside, now up across the 15. He's free to the 25, down the sideline to the 30. He's going to go to the 40, 50, and out of bounds, up at the 45-yard line.
Well, he wanted to make it exciting, but again, if there's one guy who wants the ball in his hands, it's Jonathan Stewart right now. Got the ball there, dropped it a little bit, makes a guy miss right there, which is really crucial, sort of gets everybody going that way, cuts back, does a nice job reversing his field. The other nice thing is, as he's getting going here, he moves the ball to his other hand, put it in the outside hand so he can use that other arm, a straight arm if possible. Off to the races. Obviously, everybody in the stadium that was a Duck was hoping he would score and go all the way, but he gave us great opportunity, great field position.
It was unbelievable how this was Oklahoma in reverse. I mean, the same side of the field, same type of kickoff return, and Oregon with a chance, having to move the ball. Jason Williams, again, making the catch and a first down. And so now with some time left, trying to, work it down there, and maybe, even get it. Were you thinking touchdown here, or were you thinking just set it up for the field goal?
No, we were thinking touchdown. We knew we had to get in for a field goal. One of the problems is we had no timeout. So we talked about minute 12, got to get a field goal to win, got to get it down there. And again, we got the great kickoff return. That's good because we got a first down on that. So again, the clock stops until they set the chains.
And so Brady grounded the ball on first down. So 2nd and 10. Jeremiah goes out of bounds for 4 yards. I guess retrospectively, he could maybe run a play on first down.
Well, we want to stop the clock. Now the way things go, you can lose too much time. And again, we clocked it. We got out of bounds, which is really crucial on the other play.
So a nice play here as we look at it again. Brady just looked calm, comfortable, and in control.
This is the one play we want to try to go a little farther down the field again, but with no timeouts, we want to make sure we had an opportunity to kick the field goal.
So here it is. We've talked extensively about the decision. Matt Evenson comes in for the attempt, and he slipped a little bit with his left foot. It gets blocked at the line. It actually hit the line. And the Beavers jump on the ball here, which was a big mistake. You don't want to, like a punt, you stay away from it. But anyway, the Beavers win the game after the block. The field gets rushed. The Beavers win the Civil War 30-28. The home team wins again, and the Ducks left feeling like they gave one away.
I mean, we came to play second half. We played hard, played our butts off, and we just gonna put it together. They got us on this one. Last year we got them at our house, and next year we're gonna get them at our house, and hopefully after next year we come back over here. We're gonna break that little winning streak they got up here.
I'm really proud. It's just tough that we didn't come out with a victory because it hurts when you put yourself in a position to win, and it's so close to the end. But just gotta keep our heads up high and realize, use this as a moral victory and know that we sort of played ourselves out of the funk after the first half, and just keep our heads up and make sure we win this ball game.
I'm sad that, we didn't win the game, but at the same time, I am proud right now that, our guys, fought in that entire game. Our coaches told us that, and everybody should feel that way, that, we never gave up, and we were in that game the entire game.
You said a little phrase before the game, ball out until you fall out. I mean, I believe everyone that was on the field, even people on the sideline that that didn't participate in the game but participated in, whether it was keeping everybody encouraged, ball down until we fell out. I mean, we did everything we could. We didn't give up.
It was a good comeback. It was a hell of a game. Definitely a history book game. I mean, their heads are up because we got another game to play. And I mean that's what we're looking for now. You can't do anything in the pass.
We thought we could push the ball vertically because they have trouble finding the ball downfield, and I just felt that I just needed to give my boys a chance outside. They're big, they're strong, and they go up. If it's not going to be complete, they're going to knock it down.
It would have been a great feeling to beat the Beavers over here in Corvallis, and we came too close to not get it done, and guys are down this time, but they're not too much down where it's over. And we came back, we fought, we didn't get the W, and they always tell you, you take life's lessons out of these type of things, and as long as you can fight back, it shows you what kind of a team, what kind of people we are. And moral victories in the Civil War don't ever happen, and it didn't happen today, and everybody's mad and ticked off. But at the same time, we came back, we fought, we played hard, and we just didn't get it done on the field. But we can live with ourselves knowing that we put up a fight and we went down swinging. But we're gonna come back, have a good month of practice, and I feel sorry for everybody to get after in that ball game because we're gonna bring it.
And so the Ducks do go down, but they have another chance to leave this season with a good feeling in what looks like it will be the Las Vegas Bowl, because Arizona State beat Arizona. We'll talk about that coming up after this.
This Oregon Sports Program is brought to you by Doyle's Harley-Davidson and Bi-Mart. This Oregon Sports Program is brought to you by Oregon Community Credit Union and Jerry's. This Oregon Sports Program is brought to you by Northwest Chevy and Pacific Continental Bank. This Oregon Sports Program is brought to you by Comcast and Chambers Sports.
Well, Coach, almost impossible to sum it up in just a few seconds, but I know for you and your team, disappointing year, but still more to play for.
Yeah, we set very high expectations and standard. That was a frustrating but invigorating loss, if you could talk about it that way. But obviously with the bowl game, there's still more to come.
Big game coming up probably in the Las Vegas Bowl against the BYU Cougars. Of course, we'll be there and bring that for you and have all the shows and everything as we lead up to it. Coach, thanks so much for being so gracious all year. We appreciate it very much. And we thank you for watching all season long. So long, everybody.